Hello, HR professionals. Still here in Orlando, Florida at the HRFlorida conference, the 45th year. And I have someone special with me here this afternoon, Jennifer McCollum. And she has a new book out called In Her Own Voice. And she is CEO of Linkage.
Linkage, that's right.
A SHRM Company. So you have to tell us about Linkage in addition to your new book.
I would love to. So Linkage is a leadership development firm. We have been in the world for 35 years.
Oh my goodness, you're not that old.
It's not. I was not the founding CEO, Cynthia. Thank you for that.
That's good. That's good.
I've been the CEO for 5 of those 35 years, and I was responsible for transforming the mission of Linkage into a company that is changing the face of leadership.
Oh,
So
how
specifically,
exciting.
so specifically, what we do is help leaders and organizations become more purposeful and inclusive, help women advance in their careers faster.
Are we just talking about women or men too?
Well, so with our foundational leadership work, what we know from our research, and this is what I love about Linkage, we've been doing research and developing leaders for 35 years.
Oh.
25 of those have been specific to women, but for a lot even longer, we've been looking at what drives the most effective leaders. What do the most effective leaders do? And what we know is that's the same across the spectrum of gender. So we work with a lot of men and a lot of women.
Good to know.
But we also know that the path to leadership for women is different. The hurdles are higher.
They are.
Very specifically, we work with women and other underrepresented populations.
Exactly. So I was just, this little brochure here is so good. Looking at some of these things, like chapter 2, the hurdles of women's advancement. So how is that different than men?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So the research that Linkage has surfaced is that women face challenges that are unique and higher for them. So there's 7 of them. One is, as you mentioned, is called clarity. And so of the 7 hurdles, we can go through all of them. Probably not in 5 minutes.
No.
But one is the hurdle of the inner critic, which is women tend to have a lot more negative self-talk. It might sound like, I shouldn't apply for that job because I'm not ready. Or, I can't speak up in the meeting until I know exactly what I'm going to say. I shouldn't ask for that raise. That inner critic may prevent us from taking action. I'll give you one other example. It's the hurdle of clarity. It's one of the biggest that we see from women, which is, if I were to ask you, do you know what you want with your career across the next couple years so that I can help you? Most women tend to define success through the lens of someone else, their team or their family or their company, and have a much harder time articulating what success looks like for them personally.
Okay. Well, you're probably right about that. So reading this book will be a life changer for a lot of women.
That's our hope. And our work in the world to accelerate the advancement of women leaders really solves a significant business problem. So about 70% of the leaders in this country, in the United States, are still men. And
That is so true.
And it gets worse as you go up the ranks, as you know, all the way up to CEO. You know, only 10% of women, 10% of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women.
Only 10%.
Yeah, and only 1% are women of color. So that's a whole nother lens on the challenge.
That's exactly true. So this book is coming out soon. Are you going to have some copies here for people today? You're speaking today.
So here's what's exciting. I'm speaking today. This is called a monograph. It's an excerpt of the book with one chapter. The book is actually available. It's launching at our Women in Leadership Institute right here in Orlando, November 13th through 16th. So the actual book is launching in November.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's wonderful. So how did you get linked up with SHRM?
So
Linkage is linked to SHRM.
That's a great question. So when we were looking to position the company for sale, I wanted an organization that would help expand our work and expand our impact in the world. So do you know that SHRM globally has about 250,000 members? 82% of them are women.
Yeah. Well, HR has been primarily women for so long. But guys are now getting more involved, and it's good to see.
They are. And globally, when you look at heads of HR, it's actually 50-50,
Yeah.
women to men. So just like every other sector and every other function, as you go up the management ranks, there tend to be more men.
Yeah. So what's your goal now? You've written a book. You've been you're still a CEO.
I'm still a CEO. So our biggest goal is we want to impact as many women and men who support them. So at our Women in Leadership Institute in Orlando in mid-November, there's more information if you want to go to shrm.org/in her own voice.
Oh,
you
good.
can learn a lot more about our Women in Leadership Institute. You can participate live or virtually, and so we'll have thousands and thousands of women from hundreds of companies join us there.
Fantastic. In November. So, okay, we're going to get you to send us more information for the magazine, and we'll try to get you guys more information too, because all of us want to be successful like you.
Well,
Yes.
you are successful like me, and I understand we'll be together at Inclusion
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
SHRM Inclusion
Yeah.
in October. So maybe more to come.
So many great conferences coming up. We're just getting started on the fall conferences. So you guys keep in touch, and we'll be bringing you more Facebook Live videos this afternoon and tomorrow from Orlando, the HR Florida SHRM Conference. So
Thanks,
stay tuned.
everyone.
Yes, bye.